Khadi project, there are many weavers and spinners in the villages around here, and there was an ideology of Mahatma Gandhi making khadi and wearing khadi. So in this khadi project we want to cover all those artisans and start making khadi fabrics and khadi clothings, and want people to understand khadi ideology and they wear khadi. So this is a khadi project in short. The Charkha is a spinning wheel like this. And this was found in every house of India after Gandhi started it. So that Charkha is the ideology of Gandhi with lot of things in it. So the Charkha is a shop name in which we want to produce and sell khadi products with the ideology of khadi. Khadi ideology of Mahatma Gandhi was like that. He observed a culture in villages of India, and he observed a different culture which is coming with industrialization. So more and more people were getting unemployed because a lot of work was taken away from them by industrialization. So khadi ideology is all to have the production power in your own hand, which the villages already had, and with that to preserve that wonderful culture which India has shown an example of, which the world likes. But after this 60 or 70 years after Gandhi, we see now that the industrial world is creating more problems. So to make life interesting, the village culture of India was really very wonderful. So khadi ideology is all about having your production power, producing decentralized in the villages with your own hands, preserving culture, enjoying life, all like that. In first making khadi, we first have to a raw material, like it's cotton or wool. So they are naturally produced cotton in the fields and wool with the ships. So they are in the hands of farmers in the villages. So we don't have to go to big industries or big companies to buy them. We have those raw materials which are already there in the villages, and we are producing them. So first of all, you take a cotton or wool, then they need a carding to make it soft for spinning. Then we come to the charkha spinning wheel, where the women do spinning according to the kind of fabric we want to make. Like if we want to make a thin fabric, they should spin thin. And if we want to make a carpet or like a thick fabric like a blanket, then we need to little bit a thick thread. So women do a spinning. After spinning, they make garlands of them, and then these garlands go to the weaver to check. After checking, they again come to the women to make the bobbins out of them. And if we want dyeing, then we can dye it before then they make the bobbins, then it goes to a very small machine which is twisting machine in the house of khadi artisans. They put the bobbins on that twisting machine, and the machine twists two threads together to make it stronger, to make the warp of the fabric. Then after twisting, it again becomes in the form of garland, so it is again goes to the woman to make into the bobbins, and then those bobbins are taken by the men weavers on a different machine, that is warp making machine. They put those 60 bobbins together and then one by one thread, then make a warp of the length and width you want. Then they take it again from the warp making machine to the ruler of the handloom machine. So on the after it comes on the ruler, that ruler is put on the handloom machine, and then the every thread is goes through the iron rings there, and in the sequence of the design we want to put in, and the machine is set on for that design. Then it is tied, and then the weaving starts. And again for the weft, the woman makes the small bobbins with the same thread or a different color thread, which can be changed in the shuttle. And there is a comb according to the number of the count of the fabric you want per inch. Then the fabric goes on, and the weaver starts weaving like that, and it's very interesting for him to according to pedal and according to design, and it's very fast, like he can make 10 shawls of a normal size in a day after we are starting this weaving. When the fabrics are ready, we have to design different clothes. So after they are designed according to design and sizes, they goes to the tailors, and before to the dyers also, if they need to be dyed in a particular color or different colors of your choice. So you can dye the threads before the making of the fabric, and you can dye it also after if you haven't dyed it before. So both ways are okay. So after making the fabric, it goes to the dyers, to the tailor. And there is one more beautiful craft, that is hand embroidery, and that is done in Pugal area, 100 kilometers away from here. There live nearly 5,000 women artisans who are from Pakistan basically, but now living in India and are Indian citizens now. They make a very beautiful hand embroidery in different motifs, so they can adorn your costumes with different hand embroidery, like also that. And for also home furnishings, they also do patchwork. There are also nomads who do a very beautiful patchwork, so a very beautiful range of home furnishing can also be made. So these artisans also involved after khadi is made. In our shop the Charkha, you will find woolen khadi, merino wool, which is imported from Australia, then processed by the spinners and weavers in the khadi sector in Bikaner, with our villages Raisar, Udasar, and these shawls in different sizes, in different colors, and different textures. And then we make a very beautiful shawl that is called pattu. It has a very unique and particular design and has a very important place in culture of Rajasthan, which is woven in Jaisalmer and Barmer area of Rajasthan. So we have those pattu shawls for men and women. Then comes the baldi, which is a check design. You will have that. And then a whole range of cushion covers and bed spreads and tablecloths and wall hangings and bags and belts and many other accessories in hand embroidery with the women artisans in Pugal area. And then the cotton fabrics, which the same khadi artisans make in handloom and khadi in different colors and patterns and textures. And then the costumes like women shirts and pants and the clothing for men in khadi fabrics. And then we have mats of different sizes for floor covering made by the cotton and wool by the same artisans. And the leather shoes made by the traditional shoemakers in the villages, pure leather, the traditional designs, and many other embellishments in the, like a small pot or like a traditional fan which is used in the village, and puppets, and a camel decoration, we call it gorband, and furniture like this beautiful bed you see. This is a village bed with the hand carving on the wood, and then the hand spinning with cotton, and then hand weaving. So small furniture like this. So these are all items you will find in our shop, the Charkha. Khadi artisans are nearly in villages just 15 kilometers from here, like Udasar and Raisar. The weaving of woolen khadi and cotton khadi, and same artisans are in Bikaner city. So there are few artisans who make for the Charkha who are in Bikaner city. And then we have in Jaisalmer and Barmer to get pattu, and for hand embroidery in Pugal area 100 kilometers from here. But there are different scattered villages where you don't have much transportation, but I go on my bike to distribute them the raw materials, and then after 15 days or 1 month to collect the things back. And I am always surprised that they make perfectly according to the colors and designs which are given to them. And few more villages nearby for the shoes. It's a Shivbadi village nearby here, where the traditional Regar community processes the leather and makes beautiful shoes. And one more artisan for shoes in the Bikaner city, which make very decorative embroidered shoes. So these are the artisans attached with the Charkha and producing for it. At the moment, you can say 5 spinners, 5 weavers, and 2 leather artisans, and nearly 20 to 40 women hand embroiders, and few other special artisans, 1 or 2 for pattu or like that. It is very small at the moment we are doing, because we are only doing for small orders from freelance shopkeepers, or we are selling in our shop to the customers coming here. But we want, when we make the big project with the crowdfunding, then we want that more and more people will understand, and will have a good quantity to produce, like 1,000 pieces in a design. On that time, there is a great potential of involving nearly 50 artisans in a village, and I expect at least 10 villages. So at the beginning, we can say 500 artisans we can involve with new orders like that. Other hope for the future, with this project, we want to just have a takeoff, and in the future we have a plan of making a khadi ashram, in which we will have our own land, and we will make old traditional houses or buildings of traditional village architecture like mud houses, and the villagers and volunteers would themselves make them. And after it is built, many volunteers from around the world and tourists would be able to come and stay in the ashram, and we will have different artisans there living in the houses built there for themselves and working at their own home with the raw materials supplied by Khadi Ashram with a well organized way. So Khadi will be produced in the villages, but some of the artisans will be in the Khadi Ashram to demonstrate, so that the visitors can get inspired and can do workshops with them. And then we will have tours to villages to show them how they are working in the villages. And we will have a shop in the Khadi Ashram to display and sell all the things which made by the artisans in the villages and the Khadi Ashram too. And we will have cows and goats in the ashram. The volunteers and the ashram people would be able to service those animals, like giving fodder for them. And we plan to produce the fodder later in the ashram, and also the organic food we will produce ourselves in the ashram, so the ashram people can produce and can eat the milk and the food produced in the ashram in an organic way, and they can also take with them. And we want to save camels, because camels are competing with machines, so they don't have much work these days. So for their survival and for the culture, we can do camel safaris. So we will breed camels in the ashram and engage camel breeders with the ashram, who would organize camel safaris and rural tourism for the people visiting here. By this way, the tourists and the people from outside India who want to know India in deeper sense would be able to have a great experience with Khadi Ashram. Volunteers have a lot of work to do with us. First of all, at the moment we have small orders which I alone can't complete and can't have them distributed to the artisans in a proper way. Like we have an order now from Australia for like 100 dresses in Khadi. So we have to select the Khadi, particular Khadi for a particular dress and a particular color. We have to dye them perfect, and then we have to stitch them perfect. So volunteers can help working with the dyer to get the perfect color, working with the tailor to get the perfect design. And we have the processes of orders, like we have an order from Dubai in which we have to make the home furnishing with the patchwork with the nomads. So the nomads generally make the traditional designs in which they don't have a very complicated design, a little complicated for them, but the Dubai test or the Arab test is a little different. So to make those designs, the volunteers can help them tracing and then cutting them in proper size and then giving to the nomads. And also with the social media and with making the project and with the connections with the people and understanding the colors and tastes and designs and clothes which are liked in their countries, in which they want to help and buy from us, so they can help us to let us know these things. In internet we have a website, thecharkha.com, and which is the initial website beginning, and then we have a Facebook page, that is facebook.com, then Khadi Ashram, and another Facebook page for my personal contacts, that is facebook.com, then the Charkha. So these are Facebook pages, and on YouTube also you can find the Charkha, the videos our volunteers made, and the last projects done, and the many pictures volunteers put on the Facebook. So you can stay in touch with the internet and do the social media connections by that. A small shop on Etsy, that is also the Charkha. If you search on Etsy, etsy.com/shop/thecharkha, THECHARKHA, the Charkha. A shop will open with the picture of Mahatma Gandhi, and the handicraft displayed there, and the reviews, wonderful reviews we have got there from the customers who have bought from us so far. So this is the shop you can buy from. To understand something, you have to go more deeper. Just a journey, traveling in India and seeing the crowds and seeing the forts doesn't give the outsider people a better idea. I would suggest that you involve yourself in the activities here, and you will get a better idea of culture of India, and most important in India or in life which India gives a message is Dharma. To understand Dharma, this life is to understand Dharma. To understand Dharma, you need to spend some time in India and go deeper into the concept. And I'm very sure that in the Western world you are the doers. So ultimately you are the people you have to do. We are only to give you the ideas.